Next we have, and I think we do have, I hope we have time for this. I think we do, but based on my calculations, is Melvin Simberg still available and present? On the phone, maybe? Oh, can you shoot him a call and see if we can get him on the phone here? Yeah, make sure the phone mic is on, pursuant to Governor Hunter. That thing we will be discussing is the alternative dispute resolution section proposed bylaw amendments. You'll find them on page 144 of your materials. I'll use my point of privilege to give some information. And kudos to this board. Something we did yesterday was meaningful and impactful in a way we did not expect, actually. We had a discussion, yes, in a way we did not expect, and increased volunteerism in this organization and educated our membership body. Yesterday, we had a presentation from the JISC committee, and one of the things that came out of that committee was that we don't have an appointment for the Courts of Limited Jurisdiction Court User Work Group. And inquiring with staff, we found that no one had applied for it, and we hadn't had any applications for it, and so the position was indefinitely on hold because there was no one to fill the position, because no one was interested in filling the position. Just yesterday, during the course of this Board of Governors meeting, which I must correlate directly. Oh, am I wrong? No, I'm just information. Just something that happened. Just some interesting trivia. No action is here, just a little fun trivia. Because of our discussion, I believe someone did apply yesterday for the appointment, and now that person and their nomination can go to nominations committee. So based on the information discussed here and the issues raised, the members were educated, made aware, and we will hopefully be able to fill that appointment now. So that's very exciting, I think. I also want to express and really appreciate the governors working through the growing pains and kinks of the procedural maneuvers and mechanisms I'm trying to work out as most efficient to balance both public comment, every governor getting to speak, and efficiency. I know we're a little behind. I have some ideas already about how to improve that for the next meeting. And I really have appreciated, however, all the substantive discussion. So I don't want you to take us being behind as a criticism of the length of the discussion, because I think it's been very substantive. I think it's been very useful. I think it's been very civil. I think it's been very helpful, at least from my perspective, to be educated on the subject, and I imagine people that are watching. And I think it's great. And I don't think there's any price we can pay for meaningful discussion. I like droning on to buy time. How's it going, Chell? Still dialing in. He's on his way shortly.
President Majumdar,
yes.
Would it be possible? Okay, never mind. I was going to see if we could deal with the opinions, legal opinions proposal, but...
And we are not allowed, because of the OPMA, we are not allowed to take things out of order.
Okay, we'll continue with whatever you are doing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'll go on monologuing and hogging the microphone while I can. Yeah, excuse me dominating the position. I could, but I already did. And then they'll go away, and then he'll come up, and then we'll have to run to lunch because we do have to adjourn.
President Majumdar, I have a comment.
Yes, please.
In the when
Is it a positive and awesome comment?
What?
Is it a positive and awesome comment?
It's an awesome comment.
Awesome. Let's do it.
I appreciate that you're trying to stick to a timeline.
Yeah.
But I would just encourage you not to cut people off mid-conversation when you're adjourning a meeting or going on to the next comment.
And I deeply apologize to Governor Hunter in public for cutting her off yesterday.
Thank you.
I know I caused offense and inflicted offense, and I deeply apologize to Governor Hunter, who I have worked with now for 3 years. This is her third year on the Board of Governors and has made deeply meaningful contributions and personally given me intellectual, mental, and emotional support in my time as Board of Governor. And in the most platonic and appropriately public sense to say this in public, I love you, Governor Hunter.
Mr. President, save some of that for your memoirs.
Yes, thank you.
And Rex, I apologize for screaming in your ear so much last night during the conversation. He was trying to get me on the phone. And
Yeah, and Rex, everyone in the audience and on screen, we have a fabulous employee, Rex in the booth. We that's how we view him. We see that's his name in the. It's French, Rex de Booth. Yeah, can we make the camera? Can cameras even be angled to him?
No, not unless he sticks his head out.
Mr. Simberg, are you available?
I'm on the line.
Thank you so much. Sorry if you heard us monologuing for a little while, but we deeply appreciate you coming here. We deeply apologize for calling you later than we expected, and thank you for coming here with these proposed bylaw amendments. Could you please introduce yourself to the group and tell us why you're here?
Sure. Mel Simberg. I'm chair-elect of the ADR section, the Alternative Dispute Resolution section. We did update our bylaws a couple of years ago, but we have decided that we needed to make some additional changes to work more effectively. The first one of which is we decided that automatically rotating the chair every year was not in our best interest, and we wanted to make the chair position a 2-year rather than 1-year term, and not have a chair-elect so that there would be pressure to turn over the chair every year. So one part of the bylaw amendment is to change the office of the chair from 1 year to 2 years, and that's in sections 4.5 and 8.1 of the bylaws. We would eliminate the officer position of chair-elect and replace it with the position of vice chair. There will be, as a practical matter, a factual matter, a chair-elect for a period of time between the elections that take place in the spring and the new term that begins, I think, October 1. But that's different from the operating position during the year, which will become vice chair. And those provisions are 4.2, 6.1, 7.1, and 8.2. And finally, we have, I think, an 8-member board in addition to the elected officers. And we wanted to stagger those terms so that, unlike currently, in which we have 3 members elected 1 year, 5 another year, and 0 the third year, that we would spread them out so it's going to be 3, 3, and 2. And in order to do that, in 2020, we will have to have our 5 slots split into a 2-year group and a 5-year group. And then after that, everyone will be elected, again, for 3-year terms in staggered positions. And that is Section 5.2.
President Majumdar, I move to approve the proposed amendments to the ADR section bylaws.
Second.
I heard a second. I heard many seconds. And Governor Thompson's waving his hand to take ownership of it. So I'm going to acknowledge that. Thank you. Are there any public comments or questions on this matter? Seeing none, are there any governor comments or questions on this matter? Staff input? Fantastic. We'll then move to the question. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? The motion carries unanimously, and with that motion passing, I will take us into recess. Well, no, I have 3 minutes, but I will take us into recess for lunch. Thank you. Sure. And we'll resume.
Board, and thank you to our liaison member who assisted us in bringing this before the board.